Safe. So we're going to go ahead and get started as people trickle in because we have some really great things to cover and share with you today. Mon nom c'est Jonathan Maya. My name is Jonathan. And ouais, bienvenue dans le lancement pour Chinbo. So welcome to the launch of Chinbo. 30 octobre 2022, October 30th of 2022. So on the agenda today, so we're going to go over some welcomes, some introductions, who we are, pass on to issues and what is Chinbo, go over our logo and our values, share who our board members are and our projects that we have that we've worked on so far, and or in the past, the current projects that we have, and some community engagement. So first and foremost, bienvenue, welcome. Moi c'est président à Chinbo. I'm the president of Chinbo. So welcome. My name is Jonathan Maya, if you want to say it in kouri-vini, or Jonathan Myers, if you want to say it in English. And so I'm so excited to share what we have been working on for a couple years now. With friends, colleagues, and language activists whose passion is really the language, the kouri-vini language and Creole culture. And so I'm a little nervous, to be honest, because you get to this moment where it's all about this launch thing, and then you just get really excited. So bear with me if I take a little moment.
You're doing good.
What's that?
You're doing good.
Merci. So I want to thank y'all for joining us tonight. I know that it's a Sunday. I hope that you've had a really relaxing weekend, and that perhaps the things that you learned today, tonight, will, encourage you and inspire you for at least the next week, but hopefully for months and years to come. So again, I'm the president. So the vice president of Chinbo is Madame Adrienne Guillory-Chapman. So she's the vice president, and Miss Adrienne Guillory-Chapman. Our secrétaire, the secretary, is Madame Chantel Fraser. And then I apologize. That's Chanel Jones is our secrétaire, is our secretary, is Miss Chanel Jones. Our trésorier, our treasurer, is Madame Chantel Fraser. And then our director of programs, many of you know, many of you have probably taken his class, but Monsieur Cliff Saint Laurent. So Cliff Saint Laurent is our director of programs. Did y'all have any hellos or things that you'd like to mention here?
I will very quickly. Hello, guys. Welcome. I am Cliff Saint Laurent. I am exceedingly sorry and apologetic that I could not be sharing my face with you all, gracing you with my face today. I'm gravely ill, but I'm going to work my way through this. So thank you. We really appreciate everyone who took the time out to be here for this special announcement and launch that we have. We know that you could have been doing something else with your time. And so just once again, we appreciate the dedication and commitment and passion that you show to our language, to this language revolution we're having here. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Cliff. Bien merci. So to continue, so who we are, as some, if not most of you already know, we're a group of Creole cultural activists who see the need to protect one of Louisiana's most precious jewels, the kouri-vini language, and have made a commitment to this cause. So that's why we're here. So in the issues that we have found, kouri-vini, the Creole language of Louisiana, is an endangered language which has been spoken since the early 1700s. At one time, kouri-vini, along with its sister language, Louisiana French, was spoken throughout the Gulf Coast. It's difficult to determine, but linguists suggest that there are less than 3,000 speakers of kouri-vini. And this fluctuates also from time to time, depending on certain sources that we go to. But also the reclamation of kouri-vini has many challenges, right? As many of you know. The most fluent and popular speakers are over the age of 70. And then also children are not being taught in kouri-vini within the family or otherwise. Kouri-vini is also a language that is unique to Louisiana, and therefore teachers outside of Louisiana culture cannot be recruited to effectively teach the language. It's not the same as having somebody who speaks another Creole language to come in and teach, or someone who speaks French to necessarily become someone who, to come in and teach kouri-vini. There's still barriers in respect to education in kouri-vini in that way. Some of the other issues is that because kouri-vini has historically been undervalued, academic and financial resources have not been prioritized for the language. Also, French and not kouri-vini was traditionally taught in Louisiana Gulf Coast schools before English was mandated in 1917. Therefore, there's limited resources available. Most of the literature before 2010 was written in a French orthography. And that has changed even up until then and after then. The only fully complete dictionary that exists is the Louisiana Creole dictionary, which I think some of the folks in here contributed to. And that was also written using something that was pretty much more or less a Haitian orthography. And there's also organizations and foundations dedicated to French in Louisiana. However, in these organizations, kouri-vini is a small part of the larger mission that they have. It's a submission, or it's the receiver of one or two annual events. These are some of the issues that we've found in being language activists for kouri-vini. So, what is Chinbo? So Chinbo is the first organization whose sole focus is Louisiana's Creole language. And having worked on this for some time, it has been something that by each passing day, it becomes more and more important and apparent that something like what we're embarking on here as Chinbo Inc. needs to occur. Because we're losing a lot of folks, the older generations who I've spoken to more recently, they would love to see things like kouri-vini being taught in schools, younger children and younger folks learning, and it being done by people in another community, because it's really important to build community in that way as well. So our mission statement, if you haven't seen it at the bottom already, our mission statement is this. So Chinbo Inc. is devoted to the reclamation of kouri-vini, Louisiana's endangered Creole language. To achieve our mission, we provide educational and learning resources to the Louisiana community and its diaspora. Our vision is to see a resurgence of kouri-vini spoken within the global Louisiana Creole community. And this is really important because I don't know if many of you know this, but the folks who have been learning online over, say, the past 10, 15, 20 years or so, they're all over the place. We're not all in Louisiana anymore. So around the United States and just around the globe, really, people are learning the language, and that's many thanks to Dr. Christophe Landry and Cliff Saint Laurent, who has made resources available online, who has taught courses online for these past 2 decades. And also creating many translations for folks as well. so we're also because of the host that we use, we strive to also be a green company because of where we're based, here in Louisiana. Because of a lot of the fossil fuel industry, we've lost a lot of land and places and environment, and so where you build community and things like that, we want to make sure that the website that we use is putting back into more green energy and supporting that as well, rather than necessarily the fossil fuel industry, which has helped to disrupt a lot of our environment and ways of living, and people. So that's, it's really important to us because that's going to be a really good thing for the longevity of Louisiana language and culture as well. So I feel like I should maybe pass this to Cliff. If you would like to share this.
Sure. Okay, I can do that. Okay, so next we want to share with you guys the image that you are viewing right now, which is what we have adopted as our official logo. We thought long and hard, and I realized too, we didn't really talk about the name of Chinbo too. So the name, where we take that from is, we all know, well, a lot of us who speak kouri-vini, we know that you can say chan for here or to hold something. So we've adopted the name slightly, it's slightly modified from what you would normally hear, chombo, but we've adopted the name Chinbo to signify holding on to this precious gift that we have, that is the Louisiana Creole language. So that's where we get our name from, and collectively we thought, what is something that we can use to represent what we believe, what we think, what we feel about this language. And so we came up with this. Our logo depicts a slice of the very nourishing okra that has influenced much of Louisiana's culture. We use 5 seed pods of this fruit to remind us of our organization's 5 values. I'll go on to read those for you. Réunion, reunion. We value family and community collaboration with the Gulf South region of the historical Louisiana Territory and the Louisiana Creole diaspora. Reconnexion, reconnection. We value kouri-vini, a language indigenous to Louisiana and its historical expression of the Louisiana Creole culture. We strive to provide people the opportunity to continue living our cultural traditions through kouri-vini. Aprenn, to relearn. We value the learning and relearning of our heritage languages from both community and academic knowledge. A lot of people, we get questions about the relearning aspect. What does it mean to be a relearner? Well, we have several members of our community. Matter of fact, probably most members of the Creole diaspora. A lot of us were raised in households where we heard our grandparents are speaking, our mothers and our fathers speaking, but for reasons that we all know, we don't even need to reiterate right here. For those reasons, that language should not get passed down to us. But in our minds, these people are native speakers of these languages, and they have simply maybe forgotten. Something that you're exposed to when you're born, it always lives with you. So we have also defined here not only learners, like new learners of the language, but relearners of the language, people who are seeking to get back what they heard from childhood and live in that. Redonner la vie, rejuvenation. We value reinvestment and investment in traditional and technology-based resources which give new vigor to kouri-vini education. And finally, our 5th value, réklamasyon, reclamation. We value our whole history and believe that Louisiana and Gulf South region Creole people should tell their own story, shedding selective history, disinformation, commodification, and stereotypes.
Thanks so much, Cliff. Yeah, merci.
Pas de quoi.
Oh, c'est l'heure pour nos premiers cadeaux.
Yay!
For our first giveaway.
All right.
You want to take this, Cliff?
Go for it for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to share with everybody. So, so this is our first prize. So it's a coffee mug with the logo, and also on the reverse side, you have tasse café, tasse de thé, tasse café noir, café noir, café au lait, café sucré. So you can start learning here with your tasse café, tasse de thé. And also, if you have a preference, if you are right-handed or left-handed, depends on where you want your logo to be. We can send you one that's either right-handed or left-handed. Okay.
So, and before we do the actual raffle off with this, just know that if you are a recipient of one of these, you'll simply contact us with your name and a mailing address where we can send it to you. These will also be available for purchase. I don't believe that they're available for purchase right now, this moment, but they will be within the coming weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So just stay tuned. If you're not one of the 3 lucky winners today, it is okay. You can still get one for a small fee. Okay. And now, okay, if you allow me sharing permission, get to the good stuff. Is everybody ready? And I've already checked. Everyone who is in here, your name is on the list. I've already I've done a double check, so don't think that you're going to be left out. Here we go. All right, who is the lucky winner going to be? This is everyone who signed up for today. So here we go. Who is it? Kise sa ki bagan. Yay. Oh, so close.
Oh, Jerine Pala?
Here. I don't believe that she's here. Jerine, if you are, speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay. No. All right, well, let's go again. We're gonna go till we get a winner for this one. Okay. Oh, shucks. Nicole, is that
Nicole?
you?
I'm here.
Hey.
That's you, huh? All right. Nicole Guillory-Williams, our first recipient.
Yay.
Félicitations.
All right. So go ahead and reach out to us via the Facebook Messenger chat and send us the information that where you would like this to be sent to. Let's give her a hand again, everybody.
Ça c'est vaillant. Félicitations et merci beaucoup, Cliff. All right, moving on. So we want to share with you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead if you want to.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I did want to mention too very briefly. It's a part of what we're about to talk about right here. But in the spirit of our first value, we talked about the need to work with other members of the community. We do not believe that we can do this all alone. And so I actually see a couple of representatives from 2 organizations who have, and forgive me if I miss any other organizations, but I definitely see 2. I see Scott Tilter from New Foundation, who's been a help to us as well. And then I see the famous Mr. Herbert Wilkes. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us, of Creole Inc. Yes. And so it is our goal to continue to develop not only these personal relationships we already have with these organizations that are already in existence, but also a business rapport, and that we can work together to achieve this common goal. So I would be remiss if I didn't say that. So thank you all for being in attendance, and I look forward to seeing all of the work that we can do together. So with that said, I want to go to, a lot of times when you have new organizations pop up like this and they want to give something to the community, it's important that you have receipts. You have to know who you're dealing with, right? You don't go to the Spanish restaurant looking for Creole food, right? So you want to be able to provide receipts that these are people who are qualified to do what it is that we're setting out to do. So we just thought that it was important that, and some of you know, because many of you have learned from a lot of us or have worked with us in some fashion, but we thought that it was important that you know exactly what each of us individually just a few of the things that we've already done as individuals. And so we're bringing this individual power together to create one uniform, powerful machine that can get the same plus more done. So the members of Chinbo, we have worked on the Google Woolaroo project. There's currently a Windows keyboard in kouri-vini that is in process being developed right now. We published the first, members of us published the first book to be written entirely in kouri-vini, which we all have known about, Fevi. There's a kouri-vini weather app done by Michael G's Claire. I wasn't gonna call any names, but that one is so cool. I just had to call your name. You know, I don't know if you guys know about this, but we have a weather app. Stop asking Alexa for, I'm sorry I said her name because I got Alexa right here and she's harassing now. But stop asking her for the weather. Stop going to the Samsung or the Apple built-in. Use the kouri-vini weather app. We've done meetup groups. We started the kouri-vini spelling bee. Many of you may not know this either, but there's a Mac and iPhone kouri-vini localization. So you can, with certain websites, now you're not going to find many because everybody's not gotten on board yet, but that's what we're working towards. But some of these grant you the ability to set these devices in kouri-vini, as well as visiting some websites in kouri-vini. A lot of people don't know that. We have kouri-vini 101 and 102 courses, memorized course in kouri-vini. A lot of our members here have incorporating kouri-vini in their own teaching curriculums. You know, we are a conglomerate. We are a mixture of educators, we have entertainers, we have scholars, we have artists, in every field of art, performing arts and visual arts. And a lot of these people are teaching or finding some kind of way to include the language into their learning, into their classrooms. Children's art course. The 2015 modern day kouri-vini orthography that most of us use, at least. These are all of the people who have done this. We have an audio course in flashcards. Christophe's My Louisiana Historical and Cultural Vistas website. And there's so much more. We just didn't have enough paper to put it on, but we've already been creating things for you, and our aim is to, with the aid of the community, is to create more. That leads me into talking about a focus group. We also conducted a focus group a couple of weeks back, and we only used 10 participants, and some of you are in this room, and 10 of these participants from all demographic, male, female, and non-binary, of all the 4 different age groups that we have. We heard from you, and we wanted to know what your level of engagement was, what your level of excitement was when it comes to relearning the language or learning the language, and how much you wanted to put in. We asked you what it is that you want to see, and we've used that information to start to plan out what we want to do for you. We also want to open that up to the broader audience too. So that same, the same survey that we did, we would like to open it up to a wider audience to see if we can get any more ideas. But we're hearing you and we're taking your words very seriously.
Very true. Merci pour ça, Cliff.
Pas quoi.
No parlez pour continuer?
Oui, mon croix.
Okay. So the current projects, so those were the projects that individual board members have had over the years and have worked on over the years and are still currently working on. And then here are some of the projects that we're currently working on as a group, and or will be working on as a group very soon. So the online dictionary of Louisiana Creole is, if we go to louisianacreoledictionary.com at the moment, it is operational, but we found that there is a need for updating it and making it more easily accessible, and adding a few more features, and updating some of the entries that are already existing on the dictionary to make it more accessible to learners that are around the globe right now. I see on multiple different social media sites and stuff, people are using kouri-vini there, making videos and things of the like. And so we want to make sure that people have the resources that they need to continue learning and to continue using kouri-vini in their everyday life. So we'll also, as a nonprofit organization, we'll be applying for funding to create new and improved learning materials as well. These include anything from creating PDF learning resources to printing books to creating audio and visual resources and things like that that'll exist on our educational web hub. So we'll also have digital archives, right? So we have archives of video and audio and other historical texts and things like that that can exist in a digital space that's more accessible to the public and people who are learning. And we find that many times it's very difficult for folks to access these materials unless they either go specifically to physically to either a university or other archival space. But anyway, we would just want to make it more accessible to everybody, because that's one of the things that we've heard. I think it's now been years that people say that they want to see and hear more in the language. So I'd also at this time like to say, a special thanks to the Richard Guidry Cajun and Creole Language Fund, which is a fund of Community Foundation of Acadiana, and also Wikitongues. So we're the part of the 2022 Language Revitalization Accelerator cohort. Wikitongues and the Richard Guidry Cajun and Creole Language Fund, if it wasn't for their funding, we wouldn't have what we have at the moment in terms of what I'm about to show you and give you a little snippet of it, and you can go there later on. But this educational web hub and also the formation of this nonprofit. So, but yes, I'd also like to just thank personally Monsieur Wiltz and also Madame Bergeron for understanding our need and the community's need, and for supporting us as well and being there when we had questions about things for the community and the language. So on to a second giveaway.
Wait, before we give away, I'm gonna show them some of the website, right?
Yeah, but I think you do the giveaway first, okay. And I'm gonna get to the website.
Okay, so set that. All right. Who's ready for another gift? Let me see you wave your hand. I'm not doing it unless I see some hand. Okay, I see a few hands. Okay, well, guess what? We gonna give it to you. All right, Nouzòt parlé. Qui va gagner la chance? Qui va gagner la chance? Whoa, Sharika, almost, Henry, almost. Sharika, I think I saw her. Sharika, are you here?
Yes, I'm sure here, and I do want my little cup, okay?
Wait. Oh, well, guess what? You got a cup. You got a cup coming. And Tass. Congratulations. Let's give her a hand, guys.
Felicitations, Sharita. All right, so give me one moment. I'm gonna get us back over here. Here we go. So if you go to Chinbo.org, you can go there now if you want to, or you can wait. You'll be able to choose between kouri-vini and English to enter the website. And as soon as you do, we give you some information about what's going on here in kouri-vini. And you'll find up here, you can go to Bienvenue, which is this page. Aprenn, you can learn a little bit about the l'histoire kouri-vini, the history of kouri-vini. Mythes or myths. Guide l'orthographe, which is an orthography guide. and some featured videos that we have up for now, because we're still under construction, and this is alpha version 1 of the website. So and there's going to be more iterations in the future. There's also projects like the ones we mentioned, the updating the online dictionary, the online Louisiana Creole dictionary, and also community projects. This list will also expand, but these are just some of the community projects that have gone on. There's a donate, and then about us as well with our mission and where you can contact us. But I want to show you a little bit about aprenn. So just so you know for now, okay, so it's in kouri-vini, but down here in the left where it says KV, KV, and EN, just click on EN if you're still learning. Don't mind this little blip here. We're going to fix this. But so as you scroll down, you know, you can click one of these up here to go to these directly. But as you scroll down, these don't work at the moment. We haven't completed the pages for them, but we're working on them. But you can continue down to learn more about the history of kouri-vini. You can go and learn about language myths, mythe langaj, identity myths. I'm gonna switch back. Ça fait mal comprendre pour apprendre kouri-vini. So misconceptions about learning kouri-vini. And then, thanks to My Louisiana Historic and Cultural Vistas and Dr. Christophe Landry, Cliff Saint Laurent, Michael Gisclad, who are all as part of Chinbo, Dr. Oliver Mayu, and also Eric Gaither. We have the kouri-vini, A Guide to Louisiana Creole Orthography. So it's easily legible. You can zoom in. And also you'll be able to download the PDF file if you don't already have it. Again, we have videos, featured videos down here. One that a few of us actually worked on for I Love Languages. And also including Rikòrdé, I think was on here. Shawanda was on here, Adrienne, Michael, myself, and I think that was it. Maybe one other person that I can't recall at the moment. And then Dr. Landry's greetings and salutations. And then Michael Zisclas, Frasier dans kouri-vini. And again, we're going to add more here as well. So this is just alpha version 1. So please bear with us. And thanks so much for the patience that you have for us. And I hope that you enjoy going to the site and just discovering some more about what's going on and what we have coming. And now we'd like to pass the mic to some of our members. Des paroles qui diquect nos membres, words from some of our members.
Yes, I would like to let's pass it to Amber Lee Moore, who is our chair of the Public Relations Committee that we have. So this is the team who's behind all of the nifty posts that you see. We've kind of been doing we're very small in membership right now, so we're all carrying on different loads in the organization. So we kind of spread out a little thinly right now, but we'd like you to hear at this time from our chair of public relations, Amber.
Good afternoon. Bonsoir, everyone. My name's Amber. I'm the chairperson for public relation, and basically my responsibilities entail like social media and engaging or connecting our organization to the world. So the good thing about social media is that it can be very instrumental in keep making sure that our language survives. So there's at least, well, according to like statistics, there's 7,000 languages spoken in the world today. And with tools like social media, for instance, Facebook, they have at least 70 languages that are available on apps like Facebook. So we never know, like over time, we could be one of those languages that's used on, like, we have that feature where we can translate Facebook to our language. But another thing is also, my goal is to help this organization let others know that we have resources out there where they can relearn and reclaim the language. And it's also an opportunity to like spread like awareness that, hey, we're still here, and we're still using the language, and it's still very much alive. And then also like we could reach other people within the diaspora, because there's more of us out there. Like, for instance, my goal is to spread, you know, the Louisiana Creole language via social media beyond just Louisiana, pretty much throughout the country to the world. I'll give you an example. If you were to go into TikTok right now, there are 7.1 billion views using the hashtag Louisiana Creole. So if we're able to project our content using that hashtag, you'd be surprised how many people we can reach. So that's my goal for the future as chairperson of public relations. Thank you. Merci.
Merci en bas.
Merci. Thank you so much. And now we'd like to turn it to our trésorière, our treasurer, Ms. Chantel Frazier.
Bonjour to quelqu'un. Mon nom c'est Chantel Frazier. So yes, as Adrian mentioned, Amber mentioned, you know, we're here to help grow the language again. And we know where we have a place there on the site where we can donate. So as the community trust, we're just looking for people. If you're interested in donating, the opening donation is for $20. And what it is it's going to help us to keep our site up and going and help with educational resources that we have, because not everyone's on the same level. Some people are very fluent on speaking and some people aren't. And this is a place where we can come, and the little we know, we can grow it big and learn and teach our descendants, you know? So this is something that's very good. If you feel the need, please, you know, donate to our link there, we have there. And we're gonna just keep you in the know to know where we're putting the money towards, you know, so that you don't have to worry about where it's going to. So like I said, I'm kind of a new learner, I guess. I like to say I'm very fluent, but I can start the sentence and maybe get halfway through and then I start running out of ammo. So we're all kind of here to learn. You know, as you mentioned, as you saw, probably my grandbabies running around, and that's just what we're here to do, to build that language back up. So if you can, please donate toward us and help us keep it up and running so we can be successful.
Thank you, Chantel. Thank you for those beautiful
Bien,
words.
merci. Bien,
I also
merci.
want to, I hadn't brought this up before, and I sent a message. I don't know if this person will want to say anything, but I want to open up the floor to we have one member of our legal council who's with us, Ladan Queen Hill, and we want to open up the floor for you if you'd like to speak. If not, that's perfectly fine, but just to give you that opportunity.
Bonsoir, Nouzòt. I don't know if y'all can see me, or if y'all can see me and hear me.
Yes, you can.
Perfect. So, bonsoir, everybody. Mon nom, c'est Lauren. Moi, c'est un avocat de Lalwizyàn, et moi, c'est avocat là pour Chinbo. And I am very, very proud of Chinbo. Y'all, they have worked so hard to make this a reality, and to form as a nonprofit and to do everything, you know, as an actual business. And I'm just so glad to be here. I'm originally from New Orleans, so I am one of those people who grew up with hearing, like my mama, my aunties, and even my grandma speaking kouri-vini or Louisiana Creole at times. I've always known about my Louisiana Creole identity. And I'm just proud that, you know, that I'm here, that I'm helping, you know, to reclaim the language.
Thank you so very much. I think what's so powerful about that, Queen, is you guys see, you know, at some point in the future, we're going to be opening up the organization to receive new members, and you'll receive more information about that when the time has come. But what I love about that is, you see, all of us are at different levels of intimacy, I'll say, with the language. Some of us are fluent speakers. Some of us are have been learning for a couple of years, and conversational, not so fluent, and some of us just know how to say bonjour, and that's okay, because the more we work together, the more we were able to grow and learn together. One of the things that we try to do is, again, our sole focus, our primary focus, at least, is the language. So you'll in some of our board meetings, we're having a lot of times is done in kouri-vini, but sometimes we're mindful of those who are not at the same speaking level. But eventually, the goal is for us to be fully functional and operational solely in Louisiana Creole. Okay.
Thank you all. Bien merci à Chantel et Lorraine, et aussi Amber pour votre parole. Moi apprécie ça, et nous autres apprécions vous autres. Et nous autres apprécions tout quelqu'un qui l'a là, pour jouer ensemble et pour fêter un petit brin après nos lancements Chinbo. Moi, I see somebody posted the website. I think it's, so if I didn't say it earlier, I apologize. Getting ahead of myself because I'm extremely excited about this. It's chinbo.org. So you can go there. I see Michael nodding. Yes. Thanks. So let's see. Bien merci. And we have a last gift for everybody. So I think, Cliff, I'm gonna pass it over to you. And after that, we'll open it up for questions.
Right. All right. Okay. I need to share. There we go. All right. Here's our last one.